When you think about what you want out of life, what you want to do, what scale of greatness do you use? Do you use a scale this big or maybe this big? Today, we're going to talk about off the page great. Welcome to Everyday A New Thought. I'm Thor Chalgren. Today, I want to talk about off the page great. You're probably familiar with the idea of a graph where it has a vertical scale. And if you think about that vertical scale, you might be where you are right now relative to your goals, your ambitions, whatever you want to achieve. You might be near the bottom of that scale. And maybe if you think about the place that you're going to, it's higher up on that vertical scale, right? So you can sort of imagine that it's on that same graph. But this morning I was thinking about this and thinking about where I am now versus where I want to be. And I sort of plotted it on a piece of paper where I was say like the middle of the piece of paper, and where I wanted to be was maybe an inch or two higher than that. And it occurred to me, is that too low? Is that place where I want to go to? Am I aiming too low? And what I thought about was, no, actually, I was prompted to write a little dot at the top of the piece of paper and say, that's where I want to go. And then I realized even that was limiting. Like, why did I choose the top of the piece of paper as the potential for me? What if I was off of the piece of paper? What if I was off the page? Great. I think a lot of times we think too small for what's possible for us. We imagine, in my case, that what's possible for me was contained on that sheet of paper, that I was in the middle of the piece of paper, and literally like the best thing that could happen to me would be at the top of the paper. But what if what's possible for me, what's possible for all of us, isn't even contained on that paper? What if it's off the scale? Great. Off the page? Great. Well, I now have a way to look at this where I think about where I want to go, the vision that I have, and go, what if that's still on the same page as where I am now? What if I challenge myself to think on an even bigger scale? So I'm asking you today, when you think about where you want to go in life, ask yourself, is my goal, my vision, is it on the same page of where I am now, or is it off the page? And when you think of it that way, ask yourself, do you want to be on the page? Or do you want to be off the page? Great. Thanks so much for listening to the show today. I appreciate you being here. If you like this episode, please hit like and subscribe to the show. That way, every day there's an episode of Every Day a New Thought. You will receive it. Until tomorrow, thanks so much for watching.